What's going on, Diggletdreamers? Mattherus here with another Showdown live. It feels like it has been way too long since I've been recording, and I am finally ready to get back into some Showdown. And I have with me a RU team that I've built based on a fun Trevenant set that I wanted to try out, which does involve the move Power Up Punch. So why don't we just stroll right into this ladder here and see how we do. I do remember seeing not too long ago that the ladder was down, so literally as I clicked that I just thought, maybe the ladder is still down. So you know what, I will pause it until we come back. Pause it until we find one. Hopefully we do. We'll be right back. Hey, so we found one versus Sean the Penguin. So I guess the ladder is not down. It might have just been OU, so don't listen to the words I have to say. This guy's got an interesting team here. I think I have no problems leading with the Bone Train. Would you like to ride the Bone Train, miss? As he does lead with his Crustle, which is kind of what I thought he was going to do. And even if he decides to Shell Smash, he has X Scissor, Rock Blast. What else could he have? I don't think that like Earthquake, even at ×2 from a Crustle, will do enough. So I think I'll just freely get off my Stealth Rocks. We actually trade rocks first turn, which is okay for me. And I can go for a Heavy Slam here as he goes for some Spikes. And I almost am able to KO the Crustle. But most of the things on his team do not want to be taking a Heavy Slam, so I'm going to just keep going for it. He goes for the Custom Berry. Didn't need it. But he does manage to get up 3 layers of hazards, which is not great, to be honest. Didn't really think about that one too hard. He does also have a Defogger. I might kind of hope that he'll want to defog for his Fletchender, but that's only a minor possibility. Tangrowth comes in. I could go into my Sigilyph, I could go into my Shebeard, because if he goes for Leech Seed, nobody cares, but he could also go for Knockoff, which makes me nervous. I think Sigmund might be best because I can probably take a knockoff from a Tangrowth, and I'm also not going to be taking any hazard damage. So, let's go for the Sleep Powder. That's gross. I don't know what he wants to do here, so I'll just burn 1 turn of sleep right here. As he switches into his Magneton. Magneton doesn't get any setup moves, I don't know what his plan is. This should be a pretty safe switch into Shebeard. I guess he just brings in something that can deal with Sigilyph. Goes for a Thunderbolt, and we take a lot of damage from that. And that must be, I don't know. I'm going to try to rest. We do live it. That guy gets completely rolled. I don't know, like 27 to 36. That's a 9% difference right there. As I do want to try going for a Power Up Punch right now. Although honestly, Shebeard's not going to be doing too much, considering he has a Togetic, a Fletchender, and a Tangrowth. It could do work. Actually, the Scrafty also has like knockoff. So he does go into the Scrafty, lowers my attack. I will be able to negate that with a crit as well, as he shows the Rocky Helmet. Interesting. I might be able to outspeed this guy. Let's try hitting him with a Wood Hammer. Oh, okay, he outspeeds. Okay, so Shebeard goes down in the first battle, which is really unfortunate, but something we can deal with. I guess the Bone Train can come on in and can just kind of drop a Heavy Slam. Steelix is really useful in this match. He goes for Bulk Up. Like, go ahead, man. This is a Mega Steelix right here. I can also go for an Earthquake because I don't want to touch you because of your Rocky Helmet. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I should just Dragon Tail you. Oh, yeah, it's a sleep talk. Not bad. But geez, he did a lot of damage to me there. And magnet pull. So I can just go for an earthquake as we live, and we are able to take out the Magneton. Steelix putting in nothing but the finest of work in this battle, which is absolutely amazing. Taking out 2 of the opponent's Pokemon already. And I think I died to hazards, so I will just stay in this time. Go for a sleep powder. He actually went for a sleep powder. Even if he had landed that sleep powder, it wouldn't have mattered because Sigilyph is still asleep. Okay. Wow. That's amazing. I can try to burn another turn of sleep here. I doubt Tangrowth can really do anything to this thing. Just gonna hope I wake up. Air Slash I think is my best play because it is stab, and it hits the Scrafty a little harder. Goes into the Fletchinder if I wake up right now. Oh, down goes the Fletchinder. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now comes the Togetic, which I can hit it with an Ice Beam, which is super effective, and the best thing this Togetic can do to me is like dazzling. And we get the freeze. Oh my Lanta. Oh my lord. And he leaves, and I do not blame him. That was absolutely brutal. GG, even though you're gone. Sean the Penguin getting completely frozen. Wow. Sigmund putting in an amazing amount of work. Getting the hacks. Wow, I want to save that battle. Alright, I'm going to pause until we find another one, guys. We will be right back. Alright, guys, we are back with another battle. Oops. So this guy's got... He's got a Mismagius. Shout out to Quinlan Ding. Shiny Flygon, Golbat, Scrafty, Jolteon, Emboar. So lots of pretty standard RU stuff. Besides the Mismagius, that is pretty standard NU. Standard NU. He does have a defog with the Flygon and the Golbat. So getting rocks up first turn is not going to be that important. And honestly, it only really does a nice amount of damage to the Golbat. So they're not really going to be that useful. So considering leading with something else. What is he going to lead with is the question. If it was Quinlan Ding, I would say Mismagius. I'm just going to randomly lead with Houndoom. He leads with Emboar. That's not a good startup for me. Not a good one at all. I'm going to try to go into Steelix. Ooh. Steelix does go down to 1 HP, unfortunately. And if I had stayed in to take that Flare Blitz, I would have got my Flash Fire boost and everything. And I guess I'll just... Oh, get my rocks up. That's fine by me. And soon I assume I'm just going to die to this Shadow Ball. Yeah. But now, I am actually able to Pursuit Trap this Mismagius, which is nice. Yeah. Boom. It does have a Culver Berry, which is nice. But that still did a lot of damage. And hopefully I can actually hit this thing with a Sucker Punch, but Houndoom is still gonna be useful, kind of. Well, yeah, I think I can afford to go for it. Oh, okay. Alright. How do I deal with this thing? He's gonna set up on me, probably. That's what I would guess. He's about to set up either a Dragon Dance or a Bulk Up. So let's hope he sets up a Dragon Dance. Oh, he does go for the Drain Punch, but we are able to eat it up. And there's definitely no good reason to go for High Jump Kick because the switch into Miss Magus is really obvious. So I'm just going to go for a knockoff as the Miss Magus does come in. And I get to show him that I'm in charge and get to take down his Miss Magus. He's going to do his Golbat. And I guess he's going to try to defog. Alright, let's go right for the Brave Bird, but I am able to knock off his Eviolite, which is fantastic. And I can go into Sigmund. I don't know if I want to do that, because if I go for a Psychic, then it's pretty easy for Scrafty to come in. Maybe a Fire Blast would be nice right now. I don't know. I guess we're going to Sigmund. I'll just prevent the defog, basically. Yeah, I'll just go for the Psychic. It's really obvious, but... Oh, he goes into the Jolteon. Predicting the Air Slash, maybe? No, but he does outspeed now. So... Actually, let's go to Brutus. Brutus has an Assault Vest. Brutus can take any hit from this Jolteon. And if it's a Life Orb Jolteon... It's not a Life Orb Jolteon. He does get the defense drop as well. Wish I had priority move right now. Wish I'd known he's going to go for Shadow Ball so I could go into my Houndoom. I guess he was trying to predict the She-Beard to come in. Thunderbolt. He can't switch out because he'll die to rocks. So he kind of has to stay in. He does go for the Shadow Ball again. And that takes Brutus down to a not a very good amount of HP. As the Scrafty comes in. I can get a Volt Switch off as he starts to bulk up. Thankfully he doesn't get a speed boost, so my Sigilyph can outspeed it still and hit him with an Air Slash, which he lives, unfortunately. And that puts me in a position where I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose. Yep. I don't think I have anything to get past his Emboar. In comes She-Beard. I don't think I can even outspeed. Yeah. Don't worry, I got this. These guys think I'm an idiot, but really there's nothing else for me to do. Oh, really? No way. Got Ice Punch on Houndoom. Scarf. Earthquake on Electros. I had a Houndoom ready to Fire Blast, but really, guys, I knew I was gonna lose. I'm sorry. I really don't care. Like at that point, I didn't care. I was just hoping maybe I could outspeed. Don't listen to Showdown. It lies. And Trevenant also gets outsped by his Emboar, his Golbat, and Flygon. I don't think Flygon could OHKO it, but there was really no point in saving She-Beard. I was just hoping I could get a outspeed. That's all. That's all, guys. That's all. I don't think I can outspeed. I guess I'll just see what he locks himself into. Think you guys? I think these guys seem like they're the best at Pokemon, and I think it would be great to be able to learn underneath them. I think it would be an honor. An honor to battle someone of your skill. It was an honor. Chatet, you are a god. Explotor in gold. You're also a god. And if any of my dreamers if you happen to see these people on the Showdown server, be sure to let them know that they're gods, because they know better than I do. They know when the game's over. They know when to not give up and when to send out what Pokemon. And they also know that Houndoom can't learn Ice Punch. So make sure to remind them of all that knowledge that they have. I'm sorry, guys, that was brutal. Let's find one more battle. Alright, we got one, which seems to be a rather NU-looking team. He's got a Kecleon. I love seeing Kecleon. Got a Pyroar, which I also love seeing. I love seeing Skuntank. Rhydon is cool. Gramble is cool. Hitmontop is cool. Let's see, Kecleon and Pyroar and Rhydon are all... And Gramble. Is Gramble NU? Gramble is NU. So the Skuntank and Hitmontop are the only RU Pokemon he's bringing to this thing. That does not mean I'm underestimating him in any way. NU Pokemon can be just as good in RU. They're just not used as much. He does have Defog and Rapid Spin support. He does have the chance to set up his own rocks with the Rhydon. The rocks will help against the Pyroar, but that's about it. I really want Shebeard to have her chance this time. I really want Shebeard to get some kind of sweep going. I see the possibility. I just need to eliminate this Pyroar right here. I can do that with a few of my Pokemon. I think I will try to get at the rocks right away. Here comes the Gramble. Don't care about that attack drop. Gramble's not going to like taking a heavy slam from me, so it's actually going to be a really good way to test what kind of player this guy is, because if he switches out, he knows that heavy slam is coming, and that even if I'm at -1 attack, Gramble is not going to be taking a super effective heavy slam from Mega Steelix. So he does make the right play, decide to switch out into his Hitmontop there, and is actually also in a pretty good position to Rapid Spin. I can definitely try to spin block right now too, which I am successful at. And I can set up a power-up punch. It's definitely really early for setting up a power-up punch, because he just still has that Pyroar, and he still has the Skuntank, as he does set a Toxic, but thankfully I do have my Lumberry, so renders that null and void as I get my attack boost, and we even harvest another Lumberry, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think I'm pretty free to go just for a Wood Hammer here, as he just has to bring in a Skuntank. Let's see how much damage we can get off. Nice amount of damage. So he does say nice, and I say thank you. Definitely don't want to stay in on this guy though, because Skuntank can definitely take me out. So okay, I'm gonna go into my Houndoom. If he defogs, he's a lord. He does go for the poison jab. Damn. I could have gone into Steelix, but I didn't. I'm gonna go for a Fire Blast. This goes for a Sucker Punch, and he takes me out. Damn it. I just played that so poorly. So poorly. But now I can go into Steelix. Steelix can take this thing on with no problem at all. And I can just click Earthquake, honestly. As he goes for his Hitmontop, I'm gonna get -1. But that still does a lot of damage. Almost enough to do a KO, but not quite. Maybe. I'm gonna definitely... Ooh, he makes... not a good double, actually, because I was gonna spin block, so... that actually gives me a chance to Wood Hammer again. Maybe. I don't think he'll stay in. Oh, he stays in? Rhydon goes down. Shebeard gets a kill. Fantastic. Sorry, Shebeard gets a KO. Pokemon don't die. Pokemon get knocked out. Shebeard gets a KO, which is fantastic. I just love seeing Shebeard put in the work like that. And in comes the Pyroar. This thing is a problem. I can't stay in, but I do want to get a rest off at some point. My only real answer to this thing is going into Brutus, the Assault Vest, which is really, honestly, not a great thing. It does go for the Heat Wave, which is interesting. I haven't seen people run Heat Wave on that. And we do see the Life Orb, so we know he's going to be taking extra damage as well as the Stealth Rocks anytime he wants to switch in. I'm going to go for a knockoff here. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Because now his Life Orb's going to be gone, and he's not going to be whittling himself down. I was under the premonition that he was going to switch there, because he didn't want to take a hit on this Pyroar, which is kind of his win condition. But he does decide to stay in there, and I guess I'll just let my Brutus go down, unfortunately. But now I can come in with my Hitmonlee. I wish I had Houndoom at this time. Houndoom would have been great to deal with Pyroar, but unfortunately I did get stomped by that Skuntank. Any chance that he will switch here? He can't switch because of Stealth Rocks, but he does anyway. Oh, he has Rapid Spin still. So he does go into his Grand Ball, which is a good play. So he can't. He's going to have to spin away those rocks at some point if he wants to bring his Pyroar back in. So my best plan of action is to prevent him from doing that at all costs. I'm gonna go in my Steelix now, as he's going to hopefully just stay in and go for like a play rough. Definitely should have gone for a high jump kick there too. I just didn't want to risk it because it wasn't really necessary. But it would have been a lot more damage on the Gramble. And now I can go for a heavy slam as he goes for a close combat, and I can eat that up. And especially with that defense drop, you are going down to this heavy slam. No question asked. And now what's going to come in? The Hitmontop. He is going to try to spin. But I will do my best to prevent that by going into Shebeard, and maybe I could even get a rest off while this guy tries to rapid spin, hopefully. He puts in a substitute. So he's got substitute, rapid spin, toxic, and I would assume a fighting type move. So I guess my guess is he has nothing to hit me with. Okay. And now I'm going to be asleep, but if I harvest a Lumberry, which I do, I will be able to wake up, so now I can go for a Shadow Claw as he goes for another Toxic. I mean, dude, like, I may take a turn of Toxic damage or two, but I'm gonna, I'm going to, eventually, I'm going to harvest a Lumberry. And there's a nice power-up punch. But you can definitely Shadow Sneak right here, which is why I'm going to go for a Shadow Claw. I'm going to make a risky play. He does go for the Shadow Sneak, gets a crit. But now we get a Shadow Claw, so Shebeard gets 2 KOs in this round. And it comes to Skuntank. And I know I can rest on that Hitmontop, so I am actually pretty safe switching out. Oh, he does have Pursuit. Nice. He does have Pursuit. And unfortunately, that wouldn't have mattered if I had stayed in or not, because of, I think Pursuit would have killed me even if I had stayed in. Like, even if I hadn't gone for the switch. But Hitmonlee can come in here, and I think High Jump Kick should just clean up. Skuntank dies to the High Jump Kick. I do take Aftermath damage, but that doesn't really matter. Literally, he does not need his HP, and he decides to forfeit, so yeah, that was the end of the game. That was a good one, though. Shebeard put in some work, which I like seeing. Power-up punch, getting that Kecleon, and the Woodhammer on the Rhydon. That was good stuff. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Showdown Live as much as I did, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button, because your support does not go unnoticed. Leave a comment down below, maybe suggesting something to do for next time. Give me just anything you want me to see me do, because I'm always open to suggestions, always up for new fun things to do. Looking forward to stuff on the channel, It's going to be fun. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure to keep updated on everything we do. Also, you know what? Why don't I just add this to Mix? Follow me on Twitter. You can get updates on what's going on with the channel, what I'm doing, why things aren't uploading, or why things are uploading, and stuff like that. But other than that, guys, keep dreaming, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.